Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word today. This is the Gospel of John, chapter 5. Well, we've had some cold weather here in North Florida the last few weeks. You know, over in China, we had the coldest weather ever recorded in Chinese history. And the Chinese have been keeping weather records for a long time. And they had the coldest month ever here a couple of years ago. Now, in 1948, we had the worst El Nino flood ever here in North Florida. By 6 feet, 1948. So what happened in 45, 46, 47? There were the nuclear bombs. Over 2,000 of them have been set off since Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And there was a bunch of testing going on out in the Nevada desert. And that new radiation stuff came across into Florida and affected our weather. Now, Mr. Putin, here back 6 years ago when Mr. Trump was in about the middle of his term, Mr. Putin informed Mr. Trump that he was going to build a doomsday device, a nuclear-powered cruise missile. And they blew one up that year. They're on the west side of Moscow at an army base west of Moscow. And that radiation went all across Moscow and across Siberia, and all of Siberia caught on fire. And that was the year that Paradise, California caught on fire also. So we have extreme weather with all these nuclear bombs going off. Now, I know that we've always had weather change, and we always will have weather change. But this nuclear mess in the atmosphere, look what's happened. Mr. Putin has decided to take these nuclear-powered cruise missiles and try to shoot them off up in the way North Atlantic above Canada. Yeah. And look what's happening with Canada with all their fires and stuff that they're having and all the extreme weather that Canada's been having. And look at the extreme weather we've been having here in all across the United States. It's supposed to snow right here on Monday. We're supposed to get snow and ice here in North Florida. Valdosta's supposed to get 7 inches of snow. And Valdosta's 50 miles north of us. So, extreme weather. We're getting a good dose of it right now because it's supposed to get down to like 19 degrees Monday night here in North Florida. So bundle up. It's a lot worse up the country than it is here in Florida. But we're getting a dose of it here in North Florida also. And we're going to continue on in the Gospel of John, chapter 5. After this, there was a feast of the Jews in Jerusalem, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which in the Hebrew's tongue is Bethesda, having 5 porches. And these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. And whosoever then first, after troubling of the water, stepped in, it was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. And when Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had been there for how long, a time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. And Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and he took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. And the Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, It is the Sabbath day. It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed and walk. Then they asked him, What man is that which saith that unto thee? Take up thy bed and walk. And he that was healed was not who it was, for Jesus had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. Afterward Jesus found him in the temple and said unto him, Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. And then the man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus, which made him whole. And therefore did the Jews persecute Jesus, and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. But Jesus answered them, My Father worketh hereto, and I work. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that God was his Father, making him equal with God. Then answered Jesus and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he does, those also the Son likewise. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth. And he will show him greater the works than these, that he may marvel. For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quicketh whom he will. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believe on him that hath sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they shall live. And as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself, and hath given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice, and shall come forth. And they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. So I can of mine own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another that beareth witness of me, and I know the witness which he witnessed of me is true. We sent unto John, and he bare witness unto the truth. But I receive not the testimony from man, but these things I say, that ye might be saved. He was a burning and shining light, and we were willing for a season to rejoice in his life. But I have a greater witness than that of John. It's John the Baptist. For the works which the Father hath given me to finish, the same works that I do bear witness of me, that the Father hath sent me. And remember, John the Baptist came in the spirit of Elijah. He wasn't a reincarnated Elijah. He came in the spirit of Elijah. And the Father himself, which hath sent me, hath borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. And ye have not his word abiding in you, for whom he hath sent. Him ye believe not. Search the Scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and there are they that testify of me. And ye will not come to me, that ye might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of God in you. I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive.